Hi, I am K. Prakash, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, SNS College of Technology. In the lecture series today, we are going to discuss about a case study on need for automation in manufacturing industries. So, before going to the topic, let us have a small discussion on lathes.
Okay.
So, we have seen the working of the lathe. Now, let us see what are the drawbacks in the lathe. As we are following the design thinking concept, the first part is the empathy. So, when you are going for the conventional machines in the lathe, so the time required is more and more manual labors are used. So, how to overcome these problems? So, now we are switching over to the conventional sources into new automation. Okay. So, now let us see here. So, this is a setup where the automation is installed. So, this is an turning center, okay, and this is a milling center. Okay, so here what happens is, so in the lathe, the manually we are feeding the tool, and then we are manually feeding the workpiece, and then a well skilled labor is used to run the machine. But here what happens is, we are using a pick and place robot here. Okay, so here if you take this is an workpiece, so this is an workpiece where this workpiece has to be made into this required form. So here the unwanted particles has to be removed. Okay, so this process of removing is called as turning process. So this process can be done in a lathe and also in the turning center. Okay, so in the turning center, here this materials, raw materials, which can be loaded here. Okay, it can be loaded here. So now what happens is, this robot takes this workpiece and it loads into the turning center. So in the turning center what happens is, this is a CNC turning center. It is called as numerically controlled machines. So here we are using M codes and G codes to control the running of these machines and movement of the tools. So when automatically the encodes and the numerical codes are enhanced here, what happens is the required shape is got through this machine. After completion, what happens is, this shutter is open and the robot takes place the finished product and it loads here. So now what is the difference between the lathe and this CNC turning and milling machines? So here in the lathe what we are doing is, we are doing manually, but here all the manual work has been eradicated. So here completely automation is done. So why? What is the need for automation? Okay. So here nowadays there is shortage of laborers. So no skilled laborers are we are not getting, and then the working time of the laborers is just 8 hours. So after that they are getting tired. But when you go for robots, it can be working for 24 hours and the accuracy of the work is also very good. So that is why we are going for this pick and place robot. So now when there is a large production, okay, so a single robot can do a process with a less span of time. So when you are going for very short products, when the number of products to be machined is very low, what happens is it takes less time. But if you are going for a batch or mass production, then definitely this need of automation is available. So now this automation has become very essential. Now if you go for an automobile industries, the manufacturing of the vehicles and the fitting of all the parts, everything is made by robot. Even the painting of the parts are made through the robots. So from the starting beginning of the process to the ending, all the robots are playing a very important role. So here what happens is, nowadays if you want to book a car which is newly arrived, it takes more time. We have to wait for 3 months, 4 months, we have to wait a large time. So how to overcome this? So we have to increase the production rate. So how to increase the production rate is by introducing this automation in our manufacturing process. Here we are having the sensors, where all the sensors which is used is operating this process to work safely. So we can control the direction. Here what is the importance of this robot is it can turn 360 degree. It can turn 360 degree. It can lift any products from the placed here, and then it can take and can feed into this machine. So this 360 degree rotation makes more convenient, and also it can segregate the places where the finished products and the unfinished products. And also here, this is a belt conveyor system. Okay, so this is a belt conveyor system where these conveyors can be used to run the finished products. Okay, so when it is running through a conveyor process, this can be lifted and can be placed. So as I told, in the automobile industries and in food factories and in many industries nowadays, this automation plays a very important role. Thank you.